Tuesday, February 6th, 4:03 p.m. New York time. Good afternoon. This is a beginner's guide of chart showing for day trading. The financial instrument for this day trading will be futures, and it would be the equity index futures, the S&P 500. Just going to go over some of the basic ways I go about setting up my pre-market charting for day trading. I want to be situational awareness, so I look at the economic news directly from the sources. I don't need to watch a cable news network tell me their opinion. I want to see the facts direct from the source. So here on this website, there's links to the economic news. And for this, I want to show you 5 days, but generally I'm looking at that day, Sunday night. I'm looking at what's ahead for the whole week. But the day I'm day trading, I'm looking at what's occurring that day. I'm showing here for the 5 days, and I'm showing you last week. You can see a wide range of time frames, but this is all U.S. economic news. Tuesday, you can see here in this column here, this shows the time, just so you know, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 8:15, 8:30, 9:45, 10:30, 7:30, 9:45, 10:30. So the point here is throughout the day, there's economic news. Sometimes more in the morning, sometimes more in the afternoon. Sometimes days have very little. And the importance of it varies. So when I go here, focus on, let's go back one. See these colors here? So red being the most important, then the orange, then the yellow. Got it? So to me, go back one. The red is right, most likely concerned most about, and then the orange. So not every day has red or orange, but the red's orange the most important. And the time frame is occurring. I don't want to be in a trade. For day trading, I don't want to be in a trade during that time. I want to be out of it before. So if I know what's coming about, I'm not going to be putting a trade into that. And then it might be, again, a session, might have multiple news events. Let's go to the chart. Once I open up the trading platform, which happens to be here, desktop trading platform, Thinkorswim, because it's pre-market, I'm looking at the futures, future equity indexes here on the left to know if they're green or red. Yep, the futures are still up on because they don't close till 5 p.m. And once I'm aware of what's going on here, I'll close that. And I have here opened up a matrix. My matrix is multiple time frames, but it's here for one financial instrument. This one being particular S&P 500. I'll be looking at the daily on the bottom right here. Identify if we're still in this range, above or below. Okay, and I'm here about 7 o'clock in the morning, maybe sometimes 6:45, give or take. But before 7 o'clock, or say about the top of the hour, 7 a.m., I'm here doing this pre-market setup. Again, I want to identify overnight to break above or below the prior daily candle. And then what color the candle is. Then on the 4-hour candle, let's show you here. Then on the 15-minute candle, I'm labeling my sessions. This is the Asian session, 2000 to 2300. This is the London session, 0200 to 0500. And then you have the New York session. And then when I'm doing this, I'm looking at it too, identifying, hey, the current session, where are we from there? Look, the London session, the Asian session was trending. That's good. And then the London session was trending too. Hit a higher high, higher low from the Asian session. And then when I'm here at 7, well, look, I see what happened to the total 180. That making new lows for the day, being more bearish bias potentially for the S&P 500 for the day. Also labeling, see these vertical lines? These blue ones, this one is at 5 a.m., this one's at 9 a.m. They let me know that that 4-hour candle bar, because these are 15-minute ones, but it lets me know that that 4-hour candle bar just got completed, the new one started. So no big events may occur on a technical basis. And then these yellow dotted ones, just let me know the hourly ones get ready to complete. And then, as I mentioned, there's economic news. So these yellow ones here on these dotted lines, different kind of dotted lines, are for the 8:31 typically there's news, the 9:30 New York Open, the 10 o'clock news. Again, based on that day is where I'm drawing them. I have them bright colors so they stand out. Let's go to the hourly. So on the hourly, I'm also labeling the prior day high. See this yellow horizontal line? This is prior day high and the prior day low, if we have not taken that out yet. Yep. As well, when I'm here in the morning, I'm labeling the overnight high, which happened to be, again, we knew it was the London session. And then the overnight low happened to be here. But then when I got to the trading desk, that 7 o'clock one took it out. Yep. So then on the 4 hour, when I say 4 hour, you see up here on the top left, it says 4 hour. It says 10 days, 4 hours. So this chart's 10 days, 4 hours. Got it. We'll get to that in a minute, but let's focus there. So these 4 hour candles, I'm labeling highs and lows that have not been tested yet. The most recent one. Well, again, so when I was here, there's this green candle in process, because again, that was a 5 to 9, so it wasn't done yet. So it happened to be, you can see there, that happened to be the high. That 4 hour candle there for the prior day happened to be the low. So I label these horizontal lines, solid blue line, representing the 4 hour high. And then when the 9 a.m. one gets done, I'll do that one too. And then as I'm doing this, I'm also looking for if there's big solid bodies or huge wicks, like bullish pin bars. And there happened to be this one here, pin bar, but again, also the prior day low. You can see these red horizontal lines, 49.50, 5,000. Those are big round numbers, very important. And then the gray ones, sometimes I have them red dotted here too. Quarters, 75, 25. They're real important key levels, often get tested. You can see they got tested here and rejected for continuation. So once I set up that 4 hour, I'm also looking for, take it to the lower time frame, the hourly, the 30 minute, 15 minute. And on the 15 minute, I'm also looking for potential zones. Well, here, this was a consolidation in the London session. That consolidation, a lot of wicks were forming there, so I might think it's important enough to make it as a zone. Here we go. And I extend it out. Label it 15-minute zone. And when I'm doing this at 7, well, none of this is here yet. So it's not being tested. And down here, this had not occurred yet. No, because I was here at that time. This was important too. Here, see this? There's a little zone. Let's just leave it off. That more major one. And then this 15-minute candle was a big impulse move down. So to me, that's important. I'll label it high. Much more important when it's on the 1 hour, but I'll show you here in the 15-minute. There you go. Identify it as the 15 minutes, so I know. And impulse top. There was an impulse down. Make a different color. And very good overlap. There we go. And that was an impulse down. So let's let me know that's the, oops. God say it's the impulse top. That was a 15-minute impulse down. You can see the big red. There we go. And then I'm looking here in the 5-minute. Zoom in. I'll be watching the 5-minute for setups and taking the triggers on the 1 minute. We'll get there in a minute. So now you see, getting this yellow horizontal line here. Sorry, yellow vertical line here. This is the 7 o'clock one, 6 o'clock one, and this blue one was 5 o'clock, representing the 4 hour candle was just done. So as I'm coming here and setting up, you see potential areas I'm looking for trades. Yep. When these things get tested. So we'll go forward a little bit. Watch this on the 5-minute. As well, I'm watching the US dollar because the dollar higher typically inverse the equity. That's on a different screen. It's going forward. 7:30. Look what happened. A 5-minute candle broke below that overnight low. And that candle, zoom in some more. That white candle, zoom in some more, yes. Simply means it opened and closed the same price. Yeah, it's a bullish pin bar. It opened and closed the same price. It also broke below that 4-hour low, that blue horizontal line. And the overnight low rejected it. So, which is interesting because you had here a swing low, broke below and rejected it. So potential trade idea. Where's that potential trade idea? Well, this green candle broke above, closed above that white candle. That's nice. If we break above here and close above here, that would be even better. And then one could be looking for a trade on the 1-minute. Depends how aggressive you want to be. There we go. Nice. Move up. So one again, depending how aggressive. You could have taken the trade on this green candle when it broke above there, or that red candle when it broke above there. Let's take that to the 1-minute chart. So you can see it. Again, side-by-side screens. But that's not going to be easy to show here. Take it to the 1-minute. What we're doing on this one. Switch this one to the 1-minute. Yeah. So again, this was the 5-minute candle high, and we had that breakout. That high, that red candle was there. Again, that was the red candle right there. Oops. And here's where we broke above. So we bought long there. Nice. Several minutes ran up for a nice scalp, depending what your money management is. Yeah, maybe you had your stop a few ticks below points. Depends what your stop is. But again, the opportunity was with the reversal again. I'll show you here on the 5-minute. We had a setup here on the 5-minute, swing low, broke below, reject it, and reversal, the trend reverse, but it's not reverse until that green candle came because it made a higher high, higher low on the 5-minute. And looking for the momentum continue. So again, you could have taken the entry here or entry here, depending how aggressive you want it to be. So I'll show you on this one now. Now back to the 1-minute. There we go. That green candle, first one I believe there, and the breakout was there. And nice. So let's continue. Back to the 5 minutes. I'm going to lighten these because once they broke, it's not valid anymore. I can take them off, but let me just lighten them. Again, we're looking at the potential test of this area, see what happens here, and these other ones. And as each hour comes to complete, I'll be adding, or I'll be checking the higher time frames for swing highs, swing lows. Again, we're getting closer there. That 5-minute turned red, but the trend didn't change yet. But again, that's suspicious. Big wick on the top, big wick on the bottom. So if I was in the trade, I'd consider tighten up your stop and take profits. Because again, this is a potential target area to the upside. If I touch that in reverse. Let's go forward. Look at that. 2 red candles, big wicks top and bottom. Dodgy is very suspicious. You want to see it on the 1-minute? Right there. Let's go back a little bit more. And back. Yellow candle inside. That's interesting. Reversal. And then you had a nice breakout. And what happened? That yellow line showing it was 8 o'clock, top of the hour. Nice big breakout there. And what kind of trade could have been here? Well, you were watching that orange horizontal line. Let's take it to the 1-minute right there. Breakout. Again, we're on the 1 minute. So as soon as it broke, 8 minutes after, it's not valid anymore. I was looking for a potential reversal there. Back to the 5 minute. Let's continue going. That nice momentum trade. But again, watching the dollar, the same time frame on another screen. 5 minute triggers, 5 minute setups on the ES. Again, very important to watch the dollar. So I'm watching both to see how they react. But I'm trading the ES. Look at that. So inside candle formed. That 8:30, that yellow line is typically there's economic news there. Look at that red. Big wicks up there on top, big wicks on the bottom, suspicious. But again, the trend didn't change yet. Let's go a little bit more. Ooh, bearish pin bar, very suspicious on the 5 minute. Might be retested and then fill. But the trend's still up. Then one could look for a trade possibly on a break below that green or break below that red if it was happening here without that retest. Nope, continue going high momentum. So again, on the higher time frame, right? Remember we labeled this potential target on the upside, retesting, running up to. And that's what's the momentum to upside. Look at that. Dodgies, bearish pin bars, interesting up there again. Sellers up there. And then new buyers stepped in, sellers up there. Yep, might become a divergency. Another pump. And that blue line, vertical line, remember it's 9 o'clock hours. That means that 4 to 5 to 9, 4-hour candle just got done. And then I'll be labeling that high, up low, that 4-hour candle. Just continue to see what happens. Look at that. Let's take this to the 4-hour. There we go on the 4-hour. So that red candle is the 9 to 1. Complete it. So this green candle, I'll be labeling the low and the high, but because the high was already broken on that opening, I wouldn't be labeling that. Nope. And that blue one, you see it broke below that, and that yellow candle, that yellow horizontal line happened to be the low. So there is not much to label there because it was already broken. Let's go back to the 5 minute. And we already know the 9. So what happens between 9 and 9:30? Sometimes there's no news and it could be just technical. Look at that. Again, we know at 9:30, the equity cash would be opening. New York would be opening. Retest opening high. Watch for potential reversal there. Again, we know the momentum's up. Okay, you already have a trend reversal on the 5 minute. Lower high, lower low. Again, why would you take a trade right there? Because again, we knew we were coming to 9:30. Look at that 9:30, that 5 minute candle at 9:30. That's 9:30, 9:35. Went above and below that red candle. So again, nothing wrong with sitting out of a trade, waiting to that event to happen. Yeah, and I do see these lines because I have more space between there. I'm just showing it here on a different screen. Grid. Yep. So look at that. Took out the overnight high, went up there. Let's continue to see the next 5 minute inside candle. Momentum continue. And again, quarters 49.75 broke above. So let's take this to the 1 minute. There you go on the 1 minute. Back to the 5 minute. I want to take it up to 10 a.m. so you can see. Because remember, I told you sometimes there's news at 10. And look at that. We tested that 4-hour high right there. This was at 9:45 before 10 a.m. Tested it, rejected it. Yep. Again, this yellow, let's change that color too, because once we broke and closed above it, it wasn't valid. Once we closed above it on the 5 minute. And let's go to 1 minute, just see how that looked on that break. Right there, look at that. Nice run up. So again, the opening here, a lot of whipsaw and momentum to the upside. And rejection here in the 1 minute. Let's take it back to the 5 minute. Again, watch here, 9:45, we're coming into the New York news. And then this blue line's not valid anymore because we already tested it and broke it. So I changed it earlier. Same with this overnight low. We broke below it. It's not valid anymore. Change it, just fade it out or delete it. And then again, that from 9 a.m. right there. Look, that yellow line was the 10 a.m. dump. So that 5-minute candle, 5-minute candle, huge red sell-offs. But even these big wickets on the bottom, there's still more selling. Yep. So again, potential trade idea was right there. Let's take it to the 1 minute. So again, show you on the 5-minute. The reverse didn't occur till here, right? Got it? Green candle, higher, high, higher, high. Put a line underneath that 5-minute green candle. Let's remove this line, this zone. There we go. Label 5-minute. So that 5-minute low, looking for a reversal trend. It happened on that red candle. Let's go to 1 minute. See what it is right here. So one could have taken a short there. Big impulse move down, but that big impulse move down, once it broke below that, I wait for this candle to be retested because it's such a big body. So again, you can wait till that 1 minute gets done. Yeah, I know another candle went through, follow lower, and you might have missed the trade. But best to wait for that. I think it's best to wait for that retracement. Watch some kind of retest to here, failure, which was there. Let's go for a little bit. Nice. So if you saw that retest, maybe you said, okay, I'm looking for either 50%, 75%, 100% of this candle to be retested on the 1 minute. Look at that price. And then again, one could have taken short on that break of that green candle right there. Nice move down, which came into the 10 o'clock news, and best to close that trade before the 10 o'clock news. Why? Let's see what happened on that 5-minute, or keep it on the 1 minute, 10 o'clock news. Up the momentum continue, a lot of whipsaw, but nothing closing, nothing wrong with closing before. And one more thing here. But you just saw that setup on the 4-hour. I'm also doing this one. I'm looking at the 1 hour, 1H, and I'm labeling the highs and lows of the 1 hour. So then it'd be like this. 1 hour candles, because I think it's important on the 1 hours too. There we go, the 7 o'clock. So this happened to be the high that wasn't retested yet. See all this overnight? And we came down here. So when I'm here, it's about 7 o'clock. Let's go take this 7 o'clock when it's done. Right there. This is the 6 to 7. So I'm already set up my charts there. So I'm looking for what hasn't been tested yet. This hot 1 hour high wasn't there. So I blue line dotted. And these 1 hour highs that were tested. And same with here. Yeah, I still doing the prior day high, overnight high, yellow lines, but the significance of these 1 hour highs too, I'm looking for them to be get tested. So the same thing I did on the 4 hour, I'm looking for setups. Let's go on the 5-minute, but change this to the scalp 1H. Change this to 7 o'clock so you can see the charting that was done on the 7. Okay, there we are on the 5-minute candle, looking for setups on the 5-minute candle. Again, the other screen has the US dollar 5-minute. Typically it trades inverse. So here, everything's pretty much the same. These vertical lines still represent the same times I tell you. But here we had 7 o'clock. It happened to be overnight below. So again, these swing points, I'm looking for potential trade ideas off of them. Same with those candles I mentioned when they're impulse moves or swing points. So watch this as we go forward on the 5-minute. Again, it could be a retest to here. 5-minute, we already know that was a nice setup there. So the same setup they saw on the 4 hour is one trade out there. But again, we'll watch how it reacts on these 1 hours. Nice breakout above. Looking for potential reversal. May not occur there, which we already know how it goes. Bearish pin bar, get momentums to the upside. Watch. There we go. Tested another one. And as test these after the 5-minute closes, still switching these. And you're going forward. There we go. Broke above it. with that 1 hour high, test it. And we just take it to 10. Let me see how it goes. There we go. Broke above it. Closed above it at 5 minutes. Take this off or close it. Change it. Look how close it came to test it overnight high. And look at that. Finally, the reversal. Red candle reversed. Lower high, lower low. And you could be looking for breaks somewhere significant on these. Maybe you do this one because that candle looks interesting there. 5 minute. And then take it to the 1 minute. Oops. Scroll this into the reload the 1 hour. There we go. And let's double check. Yep, it was at 9. So we're looking at the 9 o'clock in the 1 minute. Almost there, 8:55. There we go, 9 o'clock. Remember, looking for a break below that one. And watch this 9:23. And then at 10 o'clock, again, 10 o'clock, I'll go back to the hourly label, the high and low. So we're watching for a potential breakdown here. Or it could be a touch bounce off a potential trade. And then again, look at that. 9:30 open, huge whipsaw, a lot of whipsaw. Again, right there, 49.75 quarters, nice trade opportunity up there too. I know we took out the overnight. Let's grade that out. Right there, look at this 1 minute candle. Tested it, rejected it, potential trade idea. Where can the potential trade idea be? Well, you could look for a trade idea, a break above that high. Just label another line up there. But let's continue seeing how it went. Yep. Nice. Break above there. And take it into the 10 o'clock, which you already know how it works out there on the 10 o'clock. Same thing. Tested it, rejected another trade idea I showed you on the 4 minute. You could look on the 1 minute how it played out. Look at that test right there. But it did it there too. So you would have already taken it off. I mean, changed it. You would have updated it. Okay, that's just part of what this setup is I was mentioning. That's it for the video. It was long. Thank you as always for spending just a little bit of your time with me. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching.